we're going to give you guys a little tour of what not to do with your truck. So, this truck lost a front drive shaft. There is the inside of the transfer case. These are some fuel lines and some brake lines in the way. And then this is a relative new one that's not very good. That's a big slice in the frame. It actually caught the case of the transmission, and you can now see the converter. Caught the front edge of the pan, transmission lines, fuel lines, brake lines, everything. So, this old boy's gonna get a good time. Let me get out of here real quick. Anyway, it's very broken. So, we are dedicating we're dedicating Josh Scruggs to fix this one. Perfect candidate for this kind of operation.
Why is it always me? Hall's 2006 48RE truck on the dyno today. He has a 6.7 motor that he swapped in, Corilla rods, girdle, a few things like that, stock head, S&S 300% injectors, dual 10mm CP3s, and a single 488 96 132 T6 turbo. Came in, didn't have the best street manners. So he wanted to get some of that stuff fixed up and see what kind of power it makes also. So flashed a tune in it, worked on the idle, no more loping, which is good. And also after a few revisions, we were able to squeeze 1,170 horsepower out of it. Stock head, it just seemed like it was out of air. We added fuel and it only picked up 30 horsepower with the amount of fuel that we added, which should have picked up a little bit more than that. So he wasn't that worried about making absolute peak power. He just wanted better street manners. So after I get it off the dyno here, we'll take it out on the street and make sure it performs the way he wants it. But overall, he's happy with the numbers that it made, and just from what he's seen on the dyno here, he is okay with, much happier with the manners that it has. So I will get him off the dyno and send him on the way.
Okay, I want to show you guys some new transmission coolers we got from CNR Racing Incorporated. This is something that has a small fan and a whole shroud and everything attached to it. I think it's going to be a really nice piece because it's very compact and it's got like a radiator style. The cooling capacity should be much better than what's on a lot of the stuff we've been using. So this is something that we're excited to get on one of our trucks and go do some stop and go traffic while we're towing and seeing how good it really is. But I wanted to show you guys what it looks like because it is a really nice piece. Let me open this thing up. Here you can see, eventually I'll get this off. Here you can see this is a Spall fan. These can be run variable speed, but they're basically they're brushless motor and very efficient, very high flowing. And then it has a complete radiator for the cooling. You can see how big the core is. We have previously run a lot of the B&M plate and fin coolers, but to get the cooling capacity that we need, we have to run two of them stacked on top of each other, and then you have to make brackets. And this is all one compact unit that you can easily mount and easily hook up. You can run these in with Dash 8 up to -10 or down to -6, however you'd like. But this should be a game changer when it comes to coolers. So we're looking forward to getting these things in and seeing how they perform. And if you have any interest in something like this, I believe the retail price on this whole package is going to be $679. I'm not necessarily going to advertise them up for sale on the website until we actually get some real world results, but from the research we've done and working with CNR Racing, I really feel that statistic wise this should pull a lot more heat out of the cooler system than our dual plate and fin cooler system we've been running before. So looking forward, if you've got dirt drags or heavy towing, this should be a good aftermarket transmission cooler that will fit a lot of needs from racing to heavy towing.
This is Tyler Gabriel's 2018 68 RFE truck. We actually just installed one of our own Towmaster 68s into it, and while I was here he wanted to see what kind of power it makes since we have a dyno. So he has its stock fueling, and he has a ATS added turbo kit over the VGT. I'm not 100% sure what size it is, but we will run it on the dyno and see what kind of power we can make. Alright, so we ended up making 525 horsepower. Didn't turn it up quite as much since he has compounds and still has stock head bolts. Still 525 horsepower for stock fueling, and with just an added turbo, still not bad numbers. He tows with it quite a bit. So I will get him off the dyno and send him on the way. Alright, update on top dyno numbers. Friday, I believe it was a week ago, we had Corey Hall here with his 2006, made almost 1,200 horsepower, made 1169 with a single 88, really good running truck. So, you want to try to beat those numbers, bring it on out, we'll throw it on the dyno and see who gets top honors at the end of the year.